I don't think so.
11 o'clock, Watson.
I'm out in the shed today, and I decided I was going to do something a little different. I decided to give Picasso some lessons in painting. First of all, this is actually off of one of Bob Dylan's album covers, and I forget which one it is, but I'm going to try to copy that on this old rock.
Yes, quite ingenious, really.
You know, a lot of people use canvas and paper to paint on. I do it on rocks, or not real often, just oddball stuff. But I'm going to take this side, paint it white for around it, and then I'm going to try to copy this as much as possible, trying to show Picasso how to do this good. I think it's excellent, but my tastes are weirder than some people's. So the first thing I got to do is clean it up. I'll go do that, and then I've got to spray it white, at least all the way around to the back, so I can use that as my canvas. So I'm going to get it cleaned off, then I'm going to paint it white, and then I'll be back here. Here's everything I need: paint, wire brush, and rag.
Well, it may not be long now, Watson.
What I'm going to do is wire brush it. I don't want to use solvent or water because it'll take it a while to dry, and I want to put the first coat on today. But this paint here I put on, I think it was a shiny black, but I'm not sure. It looks flat black now. That stayed on all these years. That's the side I'm going to leave. So now what you do is I'm going to go get a brush, paint brush, or to brush this thing off. I wire brushed it. I'm going to take this brush, dry, and just get through all the little areas. Make sure it's somewhat clean. I think that paint is going to stay pretty good. And if it doesn't, you'll give it some patina. But I'm going to paint over it. I need to paint this. Always shake your can real well. Which one do I want here? Let me try a 4. Okay, here we go. Take a little bit more. Picasso's going to learn something there. Got a coat here. I don't know why I just don't put instructions right. Like in big bold red letters. Okay, I'll sit here and let it dry. I might start painting it. As soon as I can get my hand on it and it doesn't scrape the paint off, I'll probably do the painting. Where's my picture though? So here's what I'm going to try to turn it into. It'll never be exact. Yeah, it's still tacky. I'll let this sit out here for a little bit to where I can pick it up and move it into the shed and then start painting on it. I want to try to find colors that are close to these. They don't have to be exact. There's a blue. We don't need pink. These are enamel. This is white. Here's some red. And this is a yellow. And it kind of matches all that. So that one we'll stick with. The blue we use. The white we may have too. The red. Yep. Black. Yeah, I need black. Okay, so this is going to be just like this. So I'm going to start out with the blue just right around the side here. Goes the face. Wait a minute, maybe I should do the outline of the head first, and then I'll do the blue. This part right out here. I want to get some of this in. So I'm going to start out with up here, which is kind of a red and a green. We're going to teach Picasso how to paint. He uses canvas, I use rocks. Okay, so I want... So I'm going to start right in here, which makes it look like now I know why I say these. So I need to start up in here, kind of a yellow and red. So right up in here, kind of a red. I need to mix it with some yellow. Here's my yellow, which will mix with the red. Oops. We'll mix those two together. Looks like the red is dominant. It's going to be different. So Picasso, if you're listening, pay attention. This is not as easy as it looks. I don't know if that red is going to be that. And I got the... They look almost exactly alike. There's hardly any difference. Now I got to change colors, so got a little one of these and empty French onion dip. Yeah, I should be using a smaller brush. Okay, I've got the black here. I'm going to do the ear and the mouth. Yeah, I've been having troubles with my GoPro. Even when it was colder out, I noticed that if I run it too long, it starts to get hot. I've got it in this enclosure so I can put my wireless mic into it. But it overheats when I have it in that enclosure. Where's my lid? I lost my lid. Okay. I just keep using the same lacquer thinner. So here's some yellow, which I'll use on the nose. What I like to do is when I shake them up, try to make sure I get some in the lid, and I can paint out of the lid. Oh, it's coming along pretty good. I mean, I'm thinking I'm looking right at that picture. His eyes are going to be kind of weird. Oh, let's see here. I guess there's a little bit down here. There, perfect. I think the next I'll do is I'm going to go with the blue. This white's kind of growing on me. I think I might try to fill some of this in. I mean, look at that. You can't... Exact same thing. So blue, quite a bit of blue. This is the first time I've used these, and I've had them for several years. But they seal up good. I like those. Probably a little expensive, but I only go with the best. What I'm going to do is I'll have friends over, the ones that are Bob Dylan fans, or know Bob Dylan, and I'll show them this. And I'll ask them, what album cover did that come off of? Does that look like? I'm sure they'll all say it's that. Okay, I got, oops, get my blue. Kind of rest face, kind of into blue. A little bit more black here. I'll clean my brush off here. So there you have it. The exact copy of this. You look at that. You look at that. It's almost perfect. It's almost a perfect copy of that. Just got a little bit more to do to it. I'm going to let this dry, and it'll be ready to put out in the yard.